Hi, welcome friends. This is t.k.Vadivelu Pillai here. In this LIFANTASTIK edition, you're going to see something really amazing. We're going to also present people who are inspiring and transforming this world in their own unique ways. We're going to see those kind of people every once in a while. That's right. And it's going to be so interesting for you all because it's always expansion of knowledge and getting to know new things. That's really important in our life. That makes us a step ahead of everyone else. Today we're going to see a person who's really special and unique. He is the founder and CEO of infysec. He's been listed as one of the most valuable CEOs by Business Connect, one of the best magazines for business. Are you ready to meet him? For the youth of today, he's a good friend, Vinod Senthil. We're going to meet him right now. Hi Vinod. How are you doing?
Such a pleasure catching up with you.
Same here. So, before we start, I just want you to tell your journey in a nutshell. How did you become an ethical hacker?
Oh wow, it's a pretty long story to put it short. In my 11th or 12th standard, I got hacked by an unknown person named Mr_X_hacker. I don't know even if it's a he or a she.
Okay.
Apparently, I got hacked online. I was hacked very badly.
God, okay.
So I really wanted to see if I can retaliate back after years, and I think I'm still on the journey.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
So an inspiration happened because of you being a victim, basically.
Absolutely.
I think many times people's journey starts in that way because you want to give back and share to the world what you have learned, and you don't want other people to go through what you went through.
Absolutely,
right?
very.
Yeah. So after that, what happened?
And then on, there were multiple instances where I have been meeting a lot of friends who have their own stories of getting compromised, getting hacked. And I see, I get a solace of giving them a relief in ways I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And today you've gone to a place where you're in fact helping the country itself.
Yeah.
Yes?
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. And I remember you saying something that you feel that you are like a soldier protecting the country.
Absolutely. So it's like this. World War I was fought with missiles.
Yeah.
World War II is completely fought with chemicals. And it is expected that the World War III will be fought completely with computers, data and the internet.
Oh my God.
And
it's pretty scary to think about it.
Yeah. And if you just pay a little more attention, you will realize the most powerful nation of the world is America. The president of America, the most powerful person of the most powerful nation, was elected because of a popular attack by Cambridge Analytica, which is a company. And this company was able to influence the millions of people's thought process of making him the president by influencing their social media thoughts appropriately.
Okay.
Right? And to me, if you are able to influence millions of people using technology and make a particular person the most powerful person of the world by electing him as a president, I think that's where you get started with the World War III. And it is very important we all together battle and make this cyber world a secure place to live in.
So you've been speaking about elections. What I'm asking you is, there are so many big businesses, so many institutions, educational institutions, corporates, banks. What is the situation regarding hacking there?
Okay, so sir, before I address that, I'll just give you a very simple example so we all can relate to it. Yeah. So consider I have this mobile phone. I keep this mobile phone here. I go out for a break and come back in. Once I'm back, I don't find this mobile phone there. What does it mean?
It's lost.
It means someone's flicked it. It's lost, right? But the problem with computers is I have my laptop. I've been working for a company for say 10 years. There is a source code that I've written for over 10-year period. Say I have written 1 million lines of source code, right? It's all my hard work of 10 years, right? So apparently an attacker manages to gain access to this computer by hacking it from Africa or Israel, wherever. He hacks into this computer and copies all the content from my system to the system, downloads the source code, right?
Okay.
Which means that when I come back and start using my computer, I find that particular source code available in my computer as well, correct? But apparently the attacker has a digital copy of the same data in his computer also, which typically means it's lost. The worst part here is we don't even know that we have got compromised, right? There are two options. You know you're compromised. Two, you do not know you're compromised. Which one would you opt? So that
Very dangerous.
yeah. So they say there are only two types of people in this whole world. Two types of people. One, people who know they're hacked. Two, people who do not know they're hacked.
Anyway, you're hacked.
Yep. So having said that, taking into consideration of educational institutes, IT companies, or manufacturing units, they all have been compromised sometime or the other. Just that they know, they don't know. We just recently got to know about Kodangulam power plant, nuclear power plant, right? Imagine that got compromised. And can you imagine the attack had happened? It is suspected that North Korean hackers compromised Kodangulam power plant, but apparently the attack actually had happened on September 4th, right? And we were able to identify it only on November 30th. And worst of all is the nuclear power plant, which was non-operational for this period, was generating a loss of over 5 crores per day. Right, and worst of all, we find it really hard to even know that we are compromised. Only when we know we are compromised, we can take due steps.
Very
right? So similarly, educational institutes, there are very interesting case here. I was investigating a case, especially this is a university from Salem, and it's a private university. I don't want to name the university. And apparently the student who keeps arrears, backlogs in his mathematics paper, compromised the university's database and made all his mathematics papers pass. Right? This guy was apparently a guy who had no chances of clearing the exams. Right? He was able to pass all the exams, all the semesters, just because he knew certain attack vectors that potentially an attacker might use.
Very interesting. In fact, you have said there are only two kinds of people. That is, people who know they've been hacked and people who don't know they've been hacked. So let's assume that there are some people who know they have been hacked.
Right.
What is the next step they do?
Okay. Say, just thinking back, sir, what is the last thing that we do every night in our home? We apparently go check if we have locked the doors, locked the gates, right? So close the windows, all that, and then go back to sleep. Though we are, have we been robbed earlier? No. The chances are no, right?
Yeah.
Though we are robbed or we are not, right? We still follow the process of locking up the doors, windows, etc. That is a precaution, right? Similarly, someone who's been compromised now knows that there are certain precautionary steps that he failed to implement. These are indicators or wake-up calls for you, which indicates that you should start following up these small precautionary steps. Prevention is always better than cure. They say anything that comes online stays online.
And the saddest part is that group of people who really don't know they've been compromised. And what is the first, should they be educated on this, or what are the things? Because I think that personally I feel the bigger percentage of people are people who are not even aware. Even if they are owning a big company or running an institution, they are on the darker side. They don't know. Their ignorance is
absolutely. I
wouldn't say bliss, but it might be a curse later on, right?
Absolutely true. So especially in this era, you have some popular attacks, namely identity theft, identity impersonation, etc. Right? Where the attacker's ideal idea is to gain access to your online identity and make use of this identity to do a fraud. For example, say if I hack into Aadhaar database, I get your fingerprint, right? With which I probably will apply a claim of insurance on your name. right?
Okay.
So you never know. So these are all the kind of identity theft, and someone is causing a havoc on your name,
Okay.
right? So identity theft is one huge market that is yet to be addressed.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So now coming back to this field, which is an amazing field. I think the doors are just opening up massively right now,
Sure.
and you seem to be a pioneer in this because you are way ahead of the other people I've met in a similar line. So, but if you see the layman is the person who we need to address in a bigger scale, because they are the people who carry a computer in their pocket. You can carry a computer in your pocket now, and that's your mobile.
Absolutely. And in fact, this reminds me of a very interesting motto that Bill Gates used to have.
Okay.
He used to keep saying, a PC every desk. Likewise, I believe Google always believed Android every pocket. Right?
Yeah.
So the kind of segregation of Android versus iPhone market, and Android seems to rule the marketplace, right? And apparently one being it's open source, and interestingly looking back about what is Android, and I'll just give you a very interesting stat here. Android was founded by this person called Andy Rubin.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, that's
and
news.
Interestingly, would you believe if I told you Android was not a operating system for mobile phones? It was an operating system for a digital camera. It was a OS that was actually designed only for a digital camera. And a quick briefer, Google acquired Android for a whopping $50 million.
Okay.
We believe that $50 million is huge money, but back then it was huge back then. But apparently, considering Android's growth today, it is expected that the value of Android would be roughly over $30 billion today.
My God.
Right, and interestingly, it's a quick stat that I want to share. And if you noticed, like Windows, you have Windows XP, Windows NT, Windows 98, 2000. You have various versions. Similarly, Android has a beautiful way in which they name their operating systems. Right? If you notice the names of the Android operating system, the first operating system name was Cupcake. Right? Second one was Donut. Right? If you see, it's like C, D, E, F, G, H, I kind of.
Okay.
C for Cupcake, D for Donut, F for Froyo, F for G for Gingerbread. So similarly, every operating system that was released by Android had a name of a sweet and was following the alphabetical order.
Okay.
Interestingly, apparently today we are all using Android 10, and there are multiple vulnerabilities around that space as well.
So just imagine if you take a person like myself or any other person, a layman, what are the hot tips that you can give that person in order to protect himself practically in life?
Right, so thank you for asking, sir. So apparently, just imagine a computer.
Yeah.
Right? So once we use a computer, we switch it off.
Yeah.
We disconnect from the internet. Do we do the same thing on a computer, mobile? There are high chances no. And the worst part here is, we actually have this mobile device right sitting next to our pillow even while we are sleeping.
Yeah.
Which means it is connected to a network elsewhere even while we are sleeping. Right? And the worst part, every mobile device has an operating system. Every operating system has its own flaws, which paves way for an attacker to gain access to the device through the network in which it is connected.
So there's 24/7 possibility of being hacked anytime.
Absolutely.
Right. So what are the basic steps like a normal person can take to protect himself or herself?
Number one, please always make sure you have antivirus software installed to your mobile device, just like how you install it on your PC.
Okay.
Number two, have the application installed only from legitimate sources. Please do not download and install any applications that you do not know, right, outside of Play Store.
Okay.
Because Play Store by default offers you a protection called the Play Protect. right? So in case you have a mobile device and I want to install something to your mobile device, there are high chances the Android operating system won't let you install, provided it's not available on the Play Store, through the Play Protect, right? It's a technique that's often used. And make sure you use a fingerprint.
Just watch this and let yourself be more informed.
Alright, it's called the QRL. What is that QRL? Does it sound synonym to something? Malware is called Pegasus.